Hi everyone. Thank you for flying with Flair Airlines. Welcome aboard. I think travel's amazing and we want you guys to be able to travel across Canada at low prices to see family and friends in our beautiful country. So have a nice flight. Thank you.
Would you ever fly with world's worst airline? To see how it is, I searched up about Canada's worst airline, and after Ryan Airline, I found it as the Flair Airline with more than 70% cancellation rate across all the airports and the worst customer service. So I thought to try it out. I started my journey from the Union Station and took a GO train and reached Guelph Central at the previous night. Then I went to the parents' house, and the next day we took a Uber costing $40 to reach literally in the middle of nowhere, the region of Waterloo and Kitchener airports. So it's basically another secondary airport serving the region of Waterloo and Toronto, beside the Toronto Hamilton airport or the Toronto Billy Bishop airport. So upon arrival, there wasn't much crowd. There are only two flights that depart here from each day, the Flair Airlines and the WestJet Airlines. We'll discuss about the fare later in the video. Meanwhile, we were waiting at the Kitchener airport. Given the proud history of cancellation and delay of the Flair Airlines, we hope that our flights will be delayed, but luckily nothing like that happened. And we waited for around 1.5 hours at the airport because we checked in earlier. After waiting for a while, our flight finally arrived. It was a Boeing 737-800. We measured our bags and went towards the boarding gate. Then we boarded the flight, and luckily we got a window seat at 29. According to Flair Airline policy, you can actually book a seat while you are booking the ticket by paying an additional $30 fee. But in case you don't want to pay for it, you can skip it. You will be randomly assigned a seat while you check in online. Talking about ticket fare, we were charged around $99 and $99 for each way from Kitchener to Calgary and from Calgary to Kitchener. But adding to that $99 and $99, there are additional fees such as the improvement fee, the security fees of each airport that adds up to a total of $300. The Boeing aircraft generally have good cabin spaces, and this was not an exception. This cabin space was also quite good. Talking about the washroom or the toilet, it was also small, neat and clean. The lights, air conditions were working perfectly. The leg space was quite good, taking into consideration this was just a 3 to 4 hours flight. The in-flight app is worthless because of the high Wi-Fi charges that you have to pay to use use the app. Like other aircraft, there's one good thing that you can tune your light or the fan of your air conditioning individually according to your preferences. Coming to the food availability, there are pizza, sandwiches, coffees, and other cold drinks which you can pay then and then and consume that. It's optional, you can skip. The prices were average $4 for a can of cold drinks, $10 for a pizza. After 4.5 hours, we finally reached the Calgary airport, and to our surprises, we reached 20 minutes before the scheduled time. According to this trip from the Toronto to the Calgary, there was not so many negative thoughts that unlimited things that we came across. We will keep you updated about the return. Now during the return flight, we faced a delay of around 2 hours, which is good when compared to the reviews of 12 hours or the 10 hours delay, or even the cancellation from bigger airports such as the Toronto or the Vancouver airport.
Hello guys, we are in the line.
Now coming to my overall conclusion on the experience, it was quite good and better than I expected from the Flair Airline. It's always safer to travel from the smaller airports such as the Kitchener Airport or the Hamilton Airport and avoid using airports such as the Toronto or Vancouver if possible, because the delay or the cancellation rate from those big airports is much more higher than those of those smaller airports. The app and the website are also very minimalistic, so you can book very easily. I don't know much about the customer support because I didn't face any such problem, but yes, one thing about the baggage is do mind your weight and the size. They don't allow generally, and except that, you are good to go. Happy journey.